Comparative advantage. The theory of comparative advantage states that if countries or persons specialize in producing goods where they have lower opportunity costs, then there will be an increase in economic welfare. According to the economist Adam Smith, what is prudence in the conduct of every private family can scarce be fully in that of a great kingdom. Let's introduce Gant and Zana. They are both fans of pizza and cake. In 1 month, Gant can produce 30 pizzas or 10 cakes. On the other hand, Zana can produce 30 cakes or 10 pizzas. If Gant focuses all his time on cakes, he can produce 10 of them. And if Zana focuses all her time on pizzas, she can produce 10. Opportunity cost. In order for Gant to produce 10 cakes, he is going to give up from 30 pizzas. So Gant opportunity cost to produce 10 cakes is 30 pizzas. Therefore, in order for Gant to produce 1 cake, he is sacrificing 3 pizzas. On the other hand, in the case of Zana, for her to produce 30 pizzas, she is going to give up from 10 cakes. So Zana opportunity cost to produce 30 pizzas is 10 pizzas. So in the order for Zana to produce 1 pizza, she is sacrificing 3 cakes.
Gant will sacrifice 1/3 of a cake per pizza, while Zana will sacrifice 3 cakes per pizza. So Gant has the competitive advantages in pizzas. On the other hand, Zana will sacrifice 1/3 of a pizza per cake, while Gant sacrifices 3 pizzas per cake. So Zana has the competitive advantages in cakes. Gains from trade. If they produce only the product with the cheapest opportunity cost, then they can trade with each other, let's say at a price of 1 pizza equal 1 cake, and they will both be able to buy the product they want cheaper than they can produce. Gant, in order to produce 1 cake, he sacrifices 3 pizzas, but now he will trade it for only 1 pizza.
The principle of comparative advantage. If our country can produce some set of goods at lower cost than a foreign country, and if the foreign country can produce some other set of goods at a lower cost than we can produce them, then clearly it would be best for us to trade our relatively cheaper goods for their relatively cheaper goods. In this way, both countries may gain from trade. Difference between absolute advantages and comparative advantages. Absolute advantages. David Ricardo says, if everyone simply does what they're best at and trades, it's possible that some countries aren't best at anything. Absolute advantages. The capability to produce more of a given product using less of a given resource than a competing entity. Even if one country has an absolute advantage in producing all goods, different countries could still have different comparative advantages. Resources tend to be different in different countries. One country is rich in producing potatoes, while the other is rich in producing pineapple. And when resources are different, it tends to create absolute advantages. If you are better at producing cake than your neighbor, but at the same time you also have the skill to build a rocket, so you can choose between being a cake boss and a rocket scientist. The theory of comparative advantages says that nations should specialize in producing the good in which they have the lowest opportunity cost. Everyone has a comparative advantage in something, but may not have an absolute advantage. In the end, people would not only look in the absolute advantage, but they would also consider comparative advantages when deciding what goods to produce and for whom to produce them.
Created using Powtoon.